Hello, welcome to Let Us Seek the Lord as we continue to seek Him on a daily basis for the next 3.5 years. We'll be going through the complete Bible. Today's passage is Numbers 23, and it's May 14th, and let's get busy reading. Then Balaam said to Balak, "Build 7 altars for me here, and prepare for me here 7 bulls and 7 rams." And Balak did just as Balaam had spoken, and Balak and Balaam offered a bull and a ram on each altar. Then Balaam said to Balak, "Stand by your burnt offering, and I will go. Perhaps the Lord will come to meet me, and whatever he shows me, I will tell you." So he went to a desolate height. Back then, people felt like God would meet people in lonely places that were in high elevations. So Balaam went there. And God met Balaam. And he said to him, Balaam said to God, "I have prepared the 7 altars, and have offered on each altar a bull and a ram." And then Yahweh put a word in Balaam's mouth and said, "Return to Balak, and thus you shall speak." So he returned to him. And there he was, standing by his burnt offering, he and all the princes of Moab. And he took his oracle and he said, "Balak, the king of Moab, has brought me from Aram, and from the mountains of the east. Come, curse Jacob for me, and come, denounce Israel." "How shall I curse whom God has not cursed? How shall I denounce whom the Lord has not denounced? From the top of the rocks I see him, and from the hills I behold him there. People dwelling alone, not reckoning itself among the nations. Who can count the dust of Jacob, or number 1/4 of Israel? Let me die the death of the righteous, and let my end be like his." Then Balak said to Balaam, "What have you done to me? I took you to curse my enemies, and look, you've blessed them bountifully." So he answered and said, "Must I not take heed to speak what Yahweh has put in my mouth?" Then Balak said to him, "Please come with me to another place from which you may see them, and you shall see only the outer part of them, and shall not see them all. Curse them for me from there." So he brought him to the field of Zophim, to the top of Pisgah, and built 7 altars, and offered a bull and a ram on each altar. And he said to Balak, "Stand here by your burnt offering while I meet the Lord over there." And the Lord met Balaam. Yahweh met Balaam. He put a word in his mouth and said, "Go back to Balak, and thus you shall speak." So Balaam came to Balak, and there he was, standing by his burnt offering, and the princes of Moab were there with him. And Balak said to him, "What has the Lord spoken?" Then he took up his oracle and he said, "Rise up, O Balak, and hear. Listen to me, son of Zippor. God is not a man that he should lie, nor a son of man that he should repent. Has he said, and will he not do it? Or has he spoken, and will he not make it good? Behold, I received a command to bless, and he has blessed, and I can't reverse it. He has not observed iniquity in Jacob, nor has he seen wickedness in Israel. The Lord his God is with him, and the shout of a king is among them. God brings them out of Egypt. He has strength like a wild ox. There's no sorcery against Jacob, nor any divination against Israel. It now must be said of Jacob and of Israel, 'Oh, what God has done!' Look, a people rises like a lioness and lifts itself up like a lion. It shall not lie down until it devours its prey and drinks the blood of the slain." And Balak said to Balaam, "I'll neither curse them at all, nor bless them at all." So Balaam answered and said to Balak, "Didn't I tell you, saying all that Yahweh speaks, I must do?" And Balak said to Balaam, "Please come, I'll take you to another place. Perhaps it will please God that you may curse them for me from there." So Balak took Balaam to the top of Peor that overlooks the wasteland. Then Balaam said to Balak, "Build for me 7 altars and prepare for me 7 bulls and 7 rams." And Balak did just as Balaam had said, and he offered a bull and a ram on every altar. "Lend me $50. I'll pay you back by the end of the month." That was a coworker of mine who pleaded with me to help him out. In 1976, $50 was a lot of money for people like us who were working on for minimum wage. It was half a week's wage. He was married. I was single. He had an unexpected expense, and I was living with my parents and had few expenses apart from earning college tuition. Against my better judgment, I loaned him the money. He did not pay back the money and soon went to work elsewhere. One could say that he lied, or one could say that he changed his mind. One could say that he reneged on a promise, or one could say that he had spoken and not made it good. In my mind, I let it go. 3 years later, I was married and was in need of some cash. Providentially, he began working at a convenience store about 2 blocks from my house. I reminded him of the debt and told him that I could really use the cash. He paid me back a week later. One could say that he made it good. Maybe. 3 years late is not all that good, but at least he paid it back. No interest, though. Balaam placed himself between a rock and a hard place. God had unmistakably communicated to him that he should say only what he told him, and Balaam told Balaam to say concerning Israel. Balaam was hoping that God would change his mind and allow him to earn a large sum of money from the king of Moab by cursing Israel. The incident with the death angel and the donkey had kept Balaam from cursing. Balaam, the prophet of God, was now only learning this about God. Now he had to produce a curse for the king, but he couldn't. Well, maybe God could be manipulated. But then in one of the prophecies, God says, God is not a man that he should lie, nor a son of man that he should repent. Has he said, and will he not do it? Or has he spoken, and will he not make it good? That's the negative side of things. But think about it on the positive side. If God gives you a promise, you can bank on it. You can trust in it. It will happen as you go forward in faith. Be careful that you're not trying to manipulate God into doing what you want, or you'll end up as did Balaam. We're not finished with Balaam just yet. Tomorrow we'll hear the results of the third prophecy and then the fourth prophecy. And Balak and Balaam were both disappointed that Yahweh would not let Balaam curse Israel. Balaam dearly wanted the money. But he did find a way to get the money out of Balak. We see a little later on in Numbers that he gave Balak advice on how to get Israel to sin so that Yahweh might destroy them. Balaam became immortalized as the prophet who prophesied for financial gain. Listen to what Jude 11 says of it. Woe to them, for they have gone in the way of Cain and have run greedily in the error of Balaam for profit. Perished in the rebellion of Korah. How many ministers fall into that category today? Speaking for God, prophet. Well, God promised Abraham and his descendants, I will bless those who bless you, and I'll curse those who curse you. This is another key element of this passage. God would bless Israel and not curse them. It is final. God is unchangeable in his nature and his promises. He will not promise one thing and then do another. What he promises to me, he will perform. It is interconnected with his glory. Unlike my friend who kind of conveniently forgot to pay me back, I don't have to remind God. 3 years later, I don't have to remind him. God is faithful. So you see, indeed, we serve a glorious King. So speak his glory to someone today.